Great Scott, it's Joe with Great Duck Properties, your favorite Twin City realtor. We are going back to the future. It feels like it's 2019 right now. Let's not waste any time. Let's take a look at what is really going on here in the Twin Cities real estate market. All right, as usual, we are looking at single-family homes in the 7-county metro. Median sale price has dropped from $385 to $380. Oh my God, prices are crashing. What is going on here? Well, let's take a look back at 2019. September to October, there was actually a $6,500 drop in prices. We only experienced a $5,000 drop in prices. Pretty good if you ask me. All right, but what about supply? Well, is supply going up? Nope. Supply is actually staying down, which is keeping our inventory down, obviously, but keeping stability in our pricing. 2019, we actually had 2.2 months worth of inventory in October. And we see this decline in inventory every single year about this time. We tend to bottom out January and February, and then things start to come back up as the season goes. Well, but what about days on market? It's taking forever to sell properties right now. Well, we are now at 19 days on the market. But what? Great Scott, let's go back to 2019. 23 days, that is such a difference. What an amazing difference. So these past 2 years here, you guys, this is just something that it was an absolute anomaly. Well, but what about the percent of the original list price? Well, right now, we're at 98% is the average percent of original list price. But what about 2019? Where were we at? 97.9%? I'm just saying these numbers are looking pretty similar to 2019. Things are a little bit interesting here in the Twin Cities real estate market, but man, there is not a crash that is taking place. Nobody knows what's really going on in the future of the real estate market, but we can look at all of this data and we can make a pretty good determination of what's really going to take place and what is really happening and probably what the future holds for us. And one of those big things, it's that inventory. When our inventory is low, the chances of a housing market crash are almost impossible. Well, a lot of people are talking about interest rates. Well, let's just take a quick look at those interest rates. This is being recorded the weekend of November 12th and 13th. Sorry, I was out for a few weeks. I got a chicken wing here. I had shoulder surgery. So this market update for October is coming a bit late. So this is halfway through the month. Well, what took place on Thursday, November 10th, when the inflation numbers came out and the CPI numbers came out. Well, those numbers came out and they looked really, really good, like really good. So basically what it looks like is we have reached the peak of inflation. And because we've reached the peak of inflation, that means our economy should start doing better. Inflation's coming down. The Fed's not going to possibly have to raise rates too much, though they did come out and say, hey, we're going to do it again, which we expected them to do. They're going to keep doing it until inflation is really, really under control and back down to really a normal level. But the Fed raising interest rates doesn't directly correlate to mortgage interest rates. The bond market is one of the biggest things, and the bond market went crazy on the 10th, and rates dropped by almost a full point. So what is going to happen here over these next couple of weeks? Nobody knows. But, we are expecting to see rates continue to probably come down. If rates come down into the 5%, what do you guys think is going to happen to pricing? I know that there's a lot of buyers that I've been working with over these past 6 months that have decided it's not the right time for them to buy a house because prices are going up so much and interest rates are going up so much. Well, I'm telling you, if rates come back down, a lot of these buyers are going to be coming out of the woodwork and prices, again, are going to go up simply due to the competition. Go back to that inventory that we were talking about, 1.4 months worth of inventory. A balanced market is 6 months worth of inventory. So if we are low inventory and all of a sudden we see a lot more buyers coming to the market, we're going to see competition on homes. When we see competition on homes, we see multiple offers. When we see multiple offers, properties are selling above their list price again. And that is very possibly what is going to take place, maybe even this winter. Nobody really knows. And I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to take place, but a lot of signs are pointing to that being a very, very real possibility in our market. We really expect to see spring market probably go gangbusters, just like it has the past couple years. So it's a bit of an interesting time in the housing market right now. The stats are showing a lot of information. Now let's go to the showing so we can really take a look at what has taken place and compare it to 2019. These are the showings per week per listing in that median sale price range. We go from 250 to 500,000, 2.52 in Minneapolis and St. Paul. In 2019, we were at 3. So that's down 16%, but I'm telling you, a half of a tour less per property is not that much. Now, if we go look at the suburbs, in the suburbs, right now we're at 3.17 tours per week in that median sale price range. And in 2019, we're at 3.25. We are just barely down. That's 2%. So I'm telling you guys, these numbers are really a reflection of currently right now, we're basically in 2019. All the indicators are pointing to this is where we should be. This is more of a stable market. But if rates come down, it's going to bring a lot of buyers out, and we're going to see home prices start to go up again and go up like crazy. A lot of the national headlines that you guys are seeing out there right now are the national headlines. Those are including places that had this massive irrational exuberance over the past 2 years, like Austin, places in Florida, Miami, and Boise, and these places that people were absolutely flooding to, and their prices went through the roof there. It got a little bit overinflated there. And those prices are starting to drop. So here in the Twin Cities, we are very much a sheltered market. We are not on either coast. We did not have the massive price gains. We had big price gains without a doubt, but we did not see the massive price gains that there were around the country in other areas. And when you're looking at those national numbers, they are taking those places into account and what they expect. There's a lot of analysis out there that are saying that we could see depreciation in 2023. And overall for the nation, it's very possible. In the Twin Cities market, I personally believe anyway that we're probably going to see another 3% growth in the housing market. And possibly if rates come down quite a bit, it could be a whole lot higher than that. We don't know what's going to happen. Timing the market is not possible because we simply don't know what's going to happen. The best time to make a move, to buy or sell, is when it makes sense for you. Whenever there's something going on at your home that you don't like, you've outgrown it, you're stepping on Legos, or maybe the kids moved out and you want to downsize. The time to make a move is when it's right for you. Timing the market is very difficult. The market of the past 2 years that we were seeing when you had to spend $50, $60, $70, $80, $100,000 over the list price, waive your right to an inspection, waive your right to naming your firstborn child, giving up all of your contingencies to the sellers. We're not experiencing those right now. The biggest issue in the housing market right now is interest rates. But me personally, I would rather buy a home with a 6.5%, 7% interest rate than spend $40,000 to $50,000 more than that home is worth. Because if rates go down, you can always refinance. If rates go up, you win. If rates stay the same, you win. So personally, for me, I think it is still a good time to buy a house. But again, the right time to buy is when it makes sense for you. Great, Scott. That was a lot. Let's punch this back to 88 and head back to the future again. 2019. I'm telling you guys, it's really what we're looking like right now in the housing market. The data doesn't lie. If you have any questions about this, let me know what you think. I'd love to know what you feel is going on in the housing market. Do you think it's going to crash? Do you think interest rates are going to go up? Shoot me some data. Show me. I'm open. I want to have the conversation with you and learn more. I'm in this all day long, looking at the data, looking at the numbers, talking to people from all around the country. But I want to know what you think is going to happen because your opinion is valuable to me. Make sure to like and subscribe, do all that type of stuff. Drop a comment. Tell me if you like my hat. Tell me if you think my glasses are dumb, whatever. I'm chicken winging, like I said. But yeah, we'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care. Brush your hair.